For me, the 07 is an amazing vintage, and the vintage starts in spring, and you remember in spring you have very high temperature in April, and it's a very early flowering. But just when the flowering starts and the rain arrives, and you have a very heterogeneous flowering after. And heterogeneous flowering is very interesting for the Sauternes, because after you have the very large and very complex picking. And the picking start in 15 September. And in 15 September you have the very cool and very dry September. You remember it's very good for the concentration of the sugar. Mm-hmm. And also it's very good because the butterties are very clean, very pure, and very fruity. And the picking continued during the end of September. And after I stop during 10 days in October, because I have not the good concentration, but I wait a long time. To make high Sauternes is also to have a good strategy and to play with the risk. It's very important to play with the risk, because after this long period with no picking, and the concentration grew up because you have the anticyclonic climate, and I picked at this real moment a very good quality, and I have finished the picking at the end of November. I think in this vintage the picking is 40 days picking and 7 waves of picking. I kiss all the complexity of Yquem in this vintage. I think this vintage, when you taste this vintage, is so very fine, so very elegant, so very precise, and also is very pure, with very fruity, and I suppose is a fantastic vintage for the aging. And my technical men here say if you compare the picking, the start of the picking is the same picking of 97, and at the end of picking is the same picking of 67, and when you mix 97 and 67, it's possible to make a great vintage.